Okay, the bells were tolling. Today, we're going to talk about hybrids. Honda versus Toyota. Which is better? Which you want to buy? Well, I'm going to talk all about the new Honda Hybrid so you can compare. I've already talked about my 2026 Camry. I'll make a few comparisons, but mainly we're talking about the Honda here. Now, this is the 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid. It's the first new Civic design. They stopped selling the Civic Hybrids for like about 10 years. They came back with a 2-liter hybrid that's a completely different design. But if you listen to me and I say never buy a new design, that's stupid, right? It's a new design for the Civic, but not for Honda. They put them in Accords, they put them in the CR-Vs, so the system is pretty tried and true. It's been out a few years. It's not like, oh, it's all brand new, don't buy it. It's brand new for the Civic, but not for Honda's line. Now, unfortunately, he bought his car in New York, and I bought mine in Tennessee. So he's leasing it, but the price of the car itself was about $3,000 more than I paid for my Camry because I bought that in Tennessee where you can get better prices. Now, he is in the city, so he already has the city mark. He's trying to find out who bashed the back of it. Now, both of these vehicles are really fast. They both go 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. It's about 0.3 of a second faster for the Civic versus the Camry because the Civic weighs less. Okay, now it's got a 2-liter engine and the Camry's got a 2.5-liter engine. So it's kind of funny that this one's faster with a smaller engine, but the Camry gets a little bit better gas mileage. It's kind of oxymoronic. The one with a bigger 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine gets a little bit better gas mileage than the one that has the 2-liter. Now, they're completely different hybrid designs, but neither of them have had any particular problems. As we open the hood, excuse the bird poop, it is a New York City car. The Honda has an excellent 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. It is an Atkinson cycle to get better gas mileage, but it runs a little bit different than what the Camry does. Most of the time the electric motor is actually driving the Civic. It's driving a car. The gasoline motor is running a generator that generates electricity that helps both run the motor and recharge the battery. Now, interesting enough, both of these vehicles have almost the same exact size battery. They're each around 1 kilowatt hour. So they're small batteries. You can't drive them on electricity for more than a very short, tiny period of time. But the Honda is normally running on the main electric motor while the small electric motor is charging up. But when this thing gets at highway speeds, then it has a setup so the gasoline engine can directly connect to the transmission and drive the wheels. So it's a lot different than the Toyota system, but they both work perfectly fine. They haven't had problems. They had these in the Accords and the CR-Vs. Now, 2025 was the first year they put them in the Civics. And as you can see, or as you can't see, no turbocharger. It does not need a turbocharger. It's got plenty of torque because of the electric motor. Meaning that unlike the Hondas that have a 1.5 turbo or even a 2-liter turbo, these don't have head gasket problems. They're going to last a really long time. They don't have all that turbocharger extra pressure on them. Very good design by Honda, just like my Camry. It's a 2.5-liter. It's not turbocharged. It uses the electric motor to get plenty enough torque. These things take off the line really fast because, of course, electric motors have 100% torque. As soon as you turn them on, they got all the torque to take off. If you remember the video I made of my Ehoro electric motorcycle, this baby's only got 5.5 horsepower, but it's got 124 foot-pounds of torque. So, electric motors have a lot of torque. These are fast little vehicles. There's no doubting that, and they get real gas mileage, right? He gets in the high 40s when he's driving it around. He's got some friends that get over 50, but he didn't drive that way. He drives fast, so he gets a little bit lower gas mileage. But still, for the speed that this has, it gets phenomenal gas mileage. And he opted for the hatchback because he wants the room that he can have with a hatchback. Of course, he can drop the seats down, have a lot of extra space in it. Hatchbacks are really handy. Look inside, nice black interior. Hey, somebody had yellow paint in it. They need to clean it off. Nice dash. Now, I'm not a big fan of these stand-up. I like them when they're integrated, more like my Camry. They could have done a better job on that, but hey, what the heck, you know? And of course, it's got all kinds of drive mode. As you see here, it's got normal, sport. For those of you who are into it, it's got a sunroof. So let's check out the back seats. It is a 4-door, and as we look inside, hey, there's a reasonable amount of space. Of course, there's a lot more space in the Camry because it's more of a sedan. It's not a compact car. But the seats are very comfy. You can see they're serious about the brakes. Look at these gigantic red calipers in the back. And as we go to the front, it's got even bigger ones. Painted with Honda in the front. Massive brakes. Nice black alloy wheels. Now, it came with Continental tires. He wasn't that happy with it. He said he made too much noise, didn't have the greatest grip. I kind of agree with him. So he switched to these Pirellis, weather active, and he loves them. Now he's already been through a winter in New York. He said he had no problems with these. Realized that it is Honda, and these are only available in front-wheel drive. They don't make a four-wheel drive one as of yet, but he said he really didn't need to. He saw a guy with a Suburban get stuck, and he just went right through. So, proving yet again that a good all-season tire can work out quite well, and it snowed quite a bit this last winter in New York. Now we're going to go for a ride. You can see it's got a very nice backup camera, so you don't get lost and run into anything. The Viafo camcorder there, so that's a dash cam. It's an excellent one. I have some Viafoams. I had no problems with them. They're not too expensive and they work great. Oh, here we go. Now realize, of course, it is a Honda Civic. So here we go on the bumpy roads of Rhode Island, and not bad. You know, you're going to feel it. It's a small wheelbase car. There's no fancy buts about that. But it's got nice, tight suspension, and it rides good enough. You're not going to get a Cadillac-like ride in a small wheelbase car, and he did put wider tires on it for more traction. And it's got a nice acceleration. Those electric motors have torque, and it does have paddle shifters if you look closely, but he mainly uses it for brake regeneration. Honda's got really nice handling characteristics. And they certainly have the electronic power steering set down perfectly. They are a lot of fun to drive. They got a short turning radius. It's one of the reasons you got it. You can park this thing in the city. Just watch out for the people that run into them. Fun car to drive, certainly handles the road, gets phenomenal gas mileage. And since it doesn't have a turbocharger, it will probably last a really long time. Unlike regular CVTs, this eCVT does not have any kind of lag. It's not like driving a little fishing boat with a 5 horsepower Avon reel. No, this thing's got a lot of torque. Very crisp handling. Smart move changing the tires though, really a lot better with these wider tires. So what do I think? Well, it's your money. You can do whatever you want. If you want a sportier car, a little bit zippier, you know, takes the corners a lot faster, or in the case of the Camry, you want a more luxurious ride. They're both pretty much within 0.2 of a second, 0 to 60, so they're both extremely fast. Camry gets a little bit better gas mileage, has a lot more room in the back seat, but it's not a hatchback like the Civic is. And even though this is the first year of that particular hybrid design in a Civic, they put them in the Accords and the CR-V, so it's been tried and true. They haven't any particular problems with it. It's not turbocharged. Change the oil every 5,000 miles. Thing will probably go 300,000-400,000 miles. So now you know. What's the difference between a Civic Hybrid and a Camry Hybrid? You can make a wise choice. And of course, if you want to save money, don't buy it in New York, buy it in Tennessee.